Billy Miles kills a geneticist. Mulder connects the Doctor to Scully.
What unfolds begins a wild ride to escape with their lives and make sure Scully's baby is born safely.
This is not happening. This is not happening.
Well, this is it. Are you in, Andrew?
We are at the precipice of the end. It is about to end. Are you amazed that we have made it this far?
You know, the more I think about it, the more I am amazed we've made it this far.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few short years ago, we did the pilot episode.
What a ride that was.
What a ride. What a ride. But yes, this begins the epic 2-part conclusion of season 8.
The question will always be, do they nail it? Because we have had some... I mean, every season seems to start and end with a climactic 2-parter.
Of course.
I think their hit rate on nailing it is pretty low.
Well, yeah. I would say the big ones are seasons 1 and 2.
Oh, God. I mean, anything before season 4 is guaranteed win. I'm talking about post season 5. Like season 6 is where they sort of got into the habit of 2-parters beginning and end.
Yeah, season 6, I can't like that one because it began the superpower Mulder.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Jesus man. That game began that line. So can't like that one. And then the intros to season 7, those blew. I was okay with Requiem, season 7 finale. That was good. Season 8 openers I enjoy, but the closers is what we're here for today. So we are going to see how that
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of This Is Not Happening, another X-Files podcast with me, Andrew, and my good friend and co-host, Mike.
Hello.
Tonight we're talking about Season 8, Episode 20, Essence, which next week we'll be following with the dramatic conclusion, Existence. On paper, this should be really good because it is written by the man, Chris Carter, and is directed by Kim Manners. And the sequel episode is also written by Chris Carter, directed by Kim Manners. So technically, it doesn't get any better. These are the producer hits for the show.
Yeah. Can he bring it home?
They got a lot of ground to cover.
Yes, they have given themselves a lot of ground to cover.
Leading into this episode, what are the things that need to be resolved by the end of Existence? I mean, obviously Scully's pregnant, so she needs
to have a baby or not.
Or not. Could pull an abduction sidewise. They could do that.
The official explanation of the people with bumps on their necks, that needs to be resolved, or at least we need to be clued in on it more.
Yes.
Mulder saying
We've
goodbye.
Already resolved Mulder. He's out, and he's not coming back. I mean, I suppose if you were to say you got to do something with Mulder,
let's say David Duchovny. What are they going to do with him?
What are they going to do with him? And in the same boat, what are they going to do with Gillian Anderson? You know, what is her arc going to be? The big question is going to be, will there be a season 9? Because as of the time of filming, they still didn't know. Like they were still thinking this could be it. So I'd say the ultimate writing challenge is how do you end the series on these 2 episodes in a way which is satisfying to viewers?
And we'll probably get into it more next week, but it's debatable whether or not they were successful. And
I would agree. It is debatable. So
I'm not going to show my cards early, but
no, heavens no. Well, we do know at this point that Chris Carter had indicated he would not continue the show without David Duchovny. That was his sticking point. He's like, the show is kind of his story, and where do we go without him? So if he's not in it, we're not going to do another season. That had been his line. But then the network started parking dump trucks full of money outside of his house and probably outside of Gillian Anderson's house. And he lamented, saying, well, I guess if Gillian Anderson stays on, there's a touch point for the show, yada, yada. And the networks found another dump truck for Gillian Anderson, and the show eventually does get greenlit for a season 9.
They were actually, so spring of 2001, I think, is when it got greenlit. They were filming or had just filmed the back end of season 8. There was an idea, perhaps, maybe they were going to get a season 9, but it just hadn't been confirmed until springish, summer. So,
okay, well, that is the essence of the situation. Is it time for us to delve into the actual episode? Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, we open in a 7th grade video slideshow of conception with little spermies fertilizing an ova, as Mulder narrates what becomes a bit of a cynical overview of the nature of human conception. The imagery becomes colder, more mechanical, as we see a close-up of a medical probe fertilizing an egg, as Mulder comments on how our civilization has become godlike in its ability to control reproduction, including cloning. Mulder waxes philosophically, does the soul exist in a constructed life, or is it only delivered by God? He goes on at length with his questions, wondering where the spark of life originates. As nears the end of his 4 a.m. diatribe, he wonders what he'll tell Scully about where her child originated, and what he'll tell himself. And we go into credits. So, this is a classic bait and switch for the X-Files, where we start with no action. We start with a monologue. And it's not bad. It's a pretty classic Mulder monologue. What do you think?
I like it. It feels a little bit dour, very questioning of his beliefs. I think that's where we're led to believe Mulder is currently. He's not sure how he feels about the whole situation. But yeah, I would say as far as monologues go, I wouldn't say this is any better or worse than any of the other monologues we've gotten to open a pivotal myth arc episode. So
yeah, I would say this is Chris Carter. This is Chris Carter talking through
absolutely
Fox Mulder. I listening to what he's saying, I actually don't know if I believe that this is something that Mulder would say. Like
that's debatable, because I'm with you. I think it's a little too passive as to his belief system.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we know, Mulder is very, very hard-nosed. Science does not have a lot of room for God or anything like that. This monologue feels a little less harsh, a little softened Mulder, but I do see what you're saying. Absolutely.
I don't know who is the right choice to give this monologue. It's not Scully. I mean, the faith-based angle, I suppose, is Scully, but the links to the conspiracy are pure Mulder, right? So it makes sense for him to do it, but it crosses too much. Like maybe it should have been a joint Mulder/Scully monologue or something.
They're thinking together.
They are in love, so come on.
That's true. They are joined, and they know what each other's thinking.
They do. They have psychic.
They finish each other's. We're not in love, I guess. That was a stretch.
Sorry to leave you hanging. All right, well, after the credit sequence, we fade into Margaret Scully preparing for a baby shower, hanging balloons, chiding her daughter for not telling her what the sex of the child is. We have some delightful back and forth with Scully not giving in. This will be, of course, the secret the episode keeps right up until the end. We have a knock on the door, and we see a new character, Lizzie Gill, who's arrived with more flowers. Margaret just can't resist meddling. She mentions offhand that Lizzie is a very well-recommended baby nurse, and that, come on, Dana, you just have to let people help you sometimes. The baby shower is underway, with Scully receiving 2 dolls, one in pink, one in blue, which she presents to the gathering of women. A glass of wine is spilled, but Lizzie is there, in a flash, to clean up, which causes a flash of pride in Margaret and a roll of eyes from Scully. Just think about it, says Margaret. Later on, Lizzie is alone in the bathroom, searching the medicine cabinet and finding some pills. Proving you can't trust anyone, she dumps the pills in the toilet and replaces them with others from an envelope in her pocket. So, that's the piece of shit that Lizzie is. We have just learned that she is a son of a bitch, and she is in Scully's bathroom. Discuss.
Talk about playing the cards immediately. So just showing your hand. I mean, but that being said, the episode, they are both going to move rather quickly. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, she shows her true colors.
Well, that is certainly what they want us to believe. Of course, it's going to turn out differently. But again, I come down to if there is a conspiracy to kill Scully's baby or kill Scully and thus Scully's baby, there are easier ways to do it. What are we doing here?
Well, I mean, it is Chris Carter, so you have to have a convoluted method to do it.
There is definitely that. Well, speaking of convoluted, we're going to cut now to Zeus Genetics, home of the Deformed Baby Museum, and indeed, that's where the camera takes us next, with a close-up on a particularly disgusting dead baby. Dr. Lev is at work when, with a musical sting, Billy Miles enters. Dr. Lev is taken back by the intrusion. They don't just allow visitors here. I mean, my God, why would you? But Billy says he won't be staying long. He's just come to verify it's true. Well, what have you come to verify? Says Dr. Lev. Well, Billy can see that it is true. Dr. Lev's work has been fruitful. Judging by the abomination Dr. Lev is holding in his hands, and really, you're bearing the lead here, episode. I mean, that is a dead alien baby or dying alien baby in Dr. Lev's hands, and they skate past it right up into the point where Billy's like, yeah, I can see you've done some good work here with the alien baby in your hands. Oh, what this?
Nothing here, nothing to see.
Nicely done, Kim Manners. To be specific, the abomination is a barely alive alien baby gasping for air. Dr. Lev, having absolutely no leverage at all, tells Billy he'll have to leave. But Billy just responds by saying to Lev that his work is now done. And he backhands Lev so hard the wall of baby abominations is showered with his blood. Billy throws some gas on Lev's body and lights it with a match, and I guess it goes up in flames. So that's our intro. Billy Miles, Master Decapitator. What do you think?
Yeah, he becomes very good at that. And I like it. I'm happy to see Billy actually have some agency now that he's a replicant, if you will.
Yes.
He's actually part of the X-Files mythology now. So he's going to be doing a lot more than he did in the pilot, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't keep a good replicant down, though.
No, you can't.
We're cutting to the Doggett household as John watches some NASCAR on TV. Knock on his door. It's Fox Mulder on a Saturday morning. They exchange pleasantries, Mulder reminding Doggett he's no longer an agent, and Doggett invites him inside, where Mulder reveals why he's here, flipping the race to a news report documenting the arson of Zeus Genetics.
32 car is really... He's put
footage of a medical research clinic in Germantown, Maryland, which burned down last night in what firefighters characterize as an accelerated blaze. Accelerated because of the white-hot intensity of the fire, which officials are now saying is a definite case of arson.
Zeus Genetics. That ring a bell?
Yeah. That's where Scully believed they were doing tests on women, putting alien babies in them or something like that against their will. Wasn't ever completely explained.
Looks like somebody's attempt to make sure it never will be.
Say there's more than an attempt. Looks like there's gonna be none left.
I think that's the idea, to cover up the kind of research that was going on there. That's why I came to talk to you.
What do you want from me?
How about a ride?
Smash cut to the FBI Evidence Analysis Center as agents go through the wreckage taken from the arson site. Agent Gene Crane, who we last saw in the beginning of Season 8 in the search for Mulder, is sifting through some burned-up equipment with disgust when Doggett hails him. Crane is not excited to be here. He had to miss his son's ball game. He's also not excited to see Mulder here either, who he accurately identifies as the source of this make-work project. But Doggett defends him, saying he thinks there's something to this. Well, Mulder connects with Doggett, noting that the local PD has contacted all the staff of Zeus Genetics, save one, Dr. Lev, a founder and head of clinical research. Mulder thinks they might find Lev's body in all of this wreckage. Doggett is just heading off, noting he's wasted just about enough of his weekend on this when Mulder mentions the other founder of Zeus Genetics is Dr. Parenti, Scully's obstetrics dude, through the first 2/3 of her pregnancy. This gets Doggett's attention, and Mulder suggests that Dr. Parenti is the next lead on the case.
Mm-hmm.
So nice callback to see Agent Crane there. He's gotten a lot of screen time.
Yeah, and you do wonder about him because they have been giving him a lot of screen time. So anyone seemingly on the periphery, you just question on this show because they don't typically introduce people that don't become something.
That's going to die ultimately.
Or you're going to die or you're going to become a major player somehow. It's just a thing they do. And if you've noticed his face throughout season 8, then what?
I think you could. I mean, no big shocker here. Ultimately, he's revealed to be a super soldier, but I would argue that if you tracked his involvement through season 8, there would probably be some question marks as to why he didn't do things, and he's just going to do them later. Like, ultimately, the climax of this episode serves to see him be a big part of the resolution, the successful resolution. But the argument would be, why? Why does he participate in this plot to help them?
He's just not mobilized yet. He didn't get the call from the mothership to mobilize. He's going to play human until he has to.
Well, I'm sorry I tipped my hat on that particular plot point early. I'm sure I'll come back to it. Well, we're going to cut to the Parenti Medical Group at 11:47 a.m. with Mulder picking the lock, Doggett in tow. No one's home. The two wander through the offices, having a look around, when Doggett finds something calling into Mulder. As Mulder goes to join him, he's accosted by Dr. Parenti, who comes out of an office where he seems to be performing a procedure on a pregnant woman. Mulder explains he's with an FBI agent who'd like to ask him some questions, which only stiffens Parenti's backbone. Doggett finally brings us back to what he's discovered. It's Parenti's collection of baby abominations, and he's none too pleased that Doggett and Mulder have discovered it, especially given his close friend and colleague is missing and his life's work has been destroyed. On Doggett's pressing, Parenti explains that these are examples of what they're trying to prevent, children with non-survivable birth defects. Mulder pushes the alien embryo angle, which only serves to piss off Parenti. He asks who gave him these ideas, and Mulder, of course, drops Scully's name. Parenti notes that Scully thinks her baby is perfectly healthy. Doggett sees that they've got nothing, suggests that the two of them should leave, letting us linger with Parenti as he looks ominously off into the distance. Well, we're going to cut to Scully at home, finding her meds in the bathroom cabinet. Oh no, these are the same meds that Lizzie Gill has switched. Oh no, she takes one. As Lizzie arrives, telling her she's going to leave, Lizzie's left dinner in the oven, and we see that maybe Scully's on board with the whole Lizzie's going to help her thing, not realizing how much she needed it. Lizzie leaves, and we cut to the exterior of the building, and she's picked up by a man in his car. It's Duffy Haskell.
Of course.
You've seen Duffy Haskell from previous episodes, such as Permanum and
yes. Well, he was Duffy Haskell in Permanum. That's who he is. But his actor, he was also in Demons as the detective, the local detective. But Duffy Haskell is a season 8 creation. So.
Definitely a dude. Well, Lizzie gets in and Duffy asks her, how's it going? And Lizzie says she thinks Dana trusts her, to which Duffy replies ominously that we are almost at the end as we fade to commercial.
Oh boy.
Like when you think of that little chilling end to the Act 1.
Well, if you aren't confused yet, you will be. There's a lot happening already in this episode, so it is one of those that you got to pay attention. And
I argue you don't have to pay attention in this one, just because it moves so quickly. I think if you do pay attention, you ask some questions that the episode would rather you don't ask. But that's classic Chris Carter. If you move fast enough, then you don't really have to explain a whole lot.
True. Yeah. I guess I was talking more on the analysis aspect of it.
Oh, absolutely. And frankly, I didn't recognize this was Duffy Haskell until I saw the transcript. I'm like, oh, that's who that guy is. Right.
Yeah.
So you're rewarding longtime viewers who would pick up a detail like that. But if you're an occasional viewer, you'd be like, who's this dude?
That and I'm surprised at the non-reaction to Dr. Parenti's governor room with all the specimens. You'd think he'd have some sort of reaction to a wall full of dead babies. But no.
He does give an explanation. It's the first time either of the two doctors explain why the hell they have this pretty sick montage of dead babies. But I don't think there's any value in keeping those, really.
Just to be creepy.
That's totally. Sure. It sets the scene super well, but I don't think there's a great reason otherwise.
Yeah, I know we commented on it in Permanum, and Scully was in that room too. It's like, what the fuck? Who are you? Like, I don't care. Like, he could be the best surgeon, doctor, geneticist, whatever on the planet, and he could be doing, quote unquote, God's work.
Mm-hmm.
but if you keep a room like that, I don't know if I trust you. There's something about it.
I'm going to get a second opinion of the first words out of your mouth when you see one like that.
I'm going to go to an alley and give this guy a knife. Hope for the best.
Well, we come back for commercial. We're back at the FBI Evidence Analysis Center with Mulder checking back with Doggett and Crane. They've found something, teeth and a porcelain bridge, and they're waiting for Dr. Lev's dental records to make a positive ID. Doggett also mentions they found unidentifiable biological material fused with laboratory-grade silica, which gets Mulder's blood pumping, but Doggett shuts him down by saying there's lots of stuff here that's unidentifiable. Doesn't mean it's alien, but that only makes Mulder suggest, well, it's time for a return visit to Dr. Parenti. Back at Dr. Parenti's office, he's moving around abomination samples, putting them into boxes for transport, when he thinks he hears something up front. He goes to check as the music steps up into overdrive. The music definitely knows something we don't. And as Dr. Parenti leaves from his packaging, he encounters Billy Miles, alien conspiracy cleanup man. Dr. Parenti tells him this office is closed, to which Billy replies ominously, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, that's harsh, man.
They should have given Billy the Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liner. This office is closed.
Permanently.
Oh, they should have done that.
It would be too easy, yeah.
I mean, just at least in these 2 episodes, just have the super soldiers each have a one-liner.
Well, there's a lot of Terminator similarity in these episodes.
Yeah. I mean, the cat and mouse game for sure, but the dispatching of the people they come across is very quick and efficient.
Well, we're going to cut to Doggett's truck arriving on the scene to a high-tempo musical score, the 2 men trotting up to Parenti's office. The door is open, so they just walk inside. Calling out, Parenti doesn't answer, of course, and Mulder notes the door handle is completely broken. Doggett searches the office's gun drawn, calling it for Dr. Parenti, getting no answer. He sees an open door and advances on it. Inside, he finds, after an excruciatingly long delay, what did you have time to fill episode? He finds the severed head of Dr. Parenti itself in an embryo sample tube. And I got to give a slow clap to Billy Miles. Like, you just wiped out Dr. Lev and then burned down his apartment, his office. But here you take the time to decapitate Dr. Parenti and put his head into one of those tubes and fill it up and put it nicely on the shelf. Like, that is attention to detail.
He's growing. He's becoming a psychotic.
Becoming.
Well, no. He's right now he's an ant. He's just doing his job on the hive. Yeah. And now he's growing a brain and he's becoming sadistic.
He's getting a personal sense of style to his work.
He's starting to like what he does, and he's going to start getting creative and perhaps a little bit more methodical and torturous. He's going to get real creepy.
Okay, well, we'll tell that to Duffy Haskell when we get to that scene. We switch back to Mulder, who's also walking through the office, Doggett calling out to him to tell him what he's found. But Billy Miles finds Mulder first, emerging from a doorway beside Mulder. Doggett comes to get Mulder, but he doesn't find him. But then Mulder's body comes flying through a glass window with Billy soon walking in and after him. Doggett barks at Billy to surrender, but Billy doesn't seem to care, only waiting for Doggett to see the inhuman spines in his neck before acknowledging that there's a man with a gun there. Billy advances on Doggett, so Doggett fires once, twice, 2 shots in the heart. That seems to briefly stun Billy, but does nothing to stop him. Doggett retreats into another room, waiting for Billy, who doesn't come. So when Doggett decides to emerge, Billy's gone. Mulder's still there. Well, later, Scully is patching up Mulder with sutures. Mulder jokes that she's a better FBI agent than a doctor. Mulder reveals his attacker was Billy Miles, but he shoots down Doggett's claim that Billy was high on a superdrug. He thinks Billy is an alien.
Right?
Well, Billy Miles is a whole new deal. He's an alien abductee who was returned after hideous procedures were performed on him, and who miraculously returns to so-called perfect health when his body completely sheds its skin.
Same thing happened to you.
Same thing would have happened to me if I'd been left alone. If Scully hadn't treated me.
What I want to know is what Billy Miles was doing at that medical office.
Same as when he torched Zeus Genetics. and destroyed their experiments with alien biology and the doctors performing them,
And what were you doing there, Mulder?
looking for answers.
To what?
One of those doctors was your doctor.
Mulder,
Listen, Scully, I'm sorry, but I just need to know that this baby of yours is going to be all right.
my baby is fine. Mulder, I've had it checked over and over again with my new doctor that I trust implicitly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dana. I didn't...
Come on in, Lizzie. It's all right. We just need some space to talk.
It's okay. I've got plenty to do. Excuse me.
It's okay. She's just helping me out here at my mother's insistence.
That's all I'm trying to do. Just make sure nothing happens to you. That this baby you're carrying is born without any surprises.
As Scully wrestles with this suggestion, we cut back to Lizzie, who is listening in from the bedroom. She makes a call to Duffy Haskell, telling them they have trouble. Her partners are there asking the right questions. Duffy starts to advise Lizzie something, but he realizes he's not alone. Billy Miles is there. Duffy only has time to ask, "Who are you?" when Billy does a classic Miles maneuver, his backhand taking Duffy's head clean off. And we fade to commercial.
Poor Duffy.
Yeah. Exit stage right, my friend. You are done with this show.
Oh. Well, that was a quick exit. Oh, and I love the tumble to the ground that they actually show it coming off the body. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's that's for the X-Files. That's pretty gross. Well, Doggett arrives at a warehouse in downtown Washington, 5:18 p.m. Skinner's on the scene, starting us off with a good decapitation joke. Heads have been rolling, Agent Doggett, all in your direction. Waka waka.
Wah, wah.
He recaps why we're here, as a passerby saw the open warehouse door and the victim. He shows us Duffy Haskell's body in the body bag and reminds us all where we've seen Duffy before. Further, he adds that the coroner says Duffy's neck was severed in a way that, quote, defies logic and use of any conventional type weapon, unquote. Okay. I got to throw up a little red card at this point.
Uh-oh.
I've seen enough medical police procedurals to know that the way a head gets decapitated is definitely a clue. I cannot imagine there is a method which defies logic. I mean, I hate that they drop this plot turd here and just move on. Is it just me, or?
I mean, number one, I would say the use of the hand in general is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure how I feel about it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Yeah, I would say the wordage of defies logic might be a little weird, because you would definitely be able to tell something of a certain width or a certain size struck his neck somewhere. It's not like he turns into a sword or a knife a la
exactly.
T-1000.
That would be a little too on the nose for T-1000.
Right. So I would say there has to be some sort of blunt trauma in some capacity, but I'm not an expert.
You give me... Like, there's enough in this episode they have padded out for the sake of tension. Lots of long, slow action to reveal something. And they could easily have drawn 20 seconds back from that for just a few more words to give us something. And frankly, I don't understand why they just don't come out and say, it looks like somebody's hand cut off this guy's head. You know, it's
something not
that's
sharp
enough to make us go, wow, in another way, you know, as opposed to just this, frankly, BS notion of, I mean, is the coroner taking the afternoon off? You know, is he going to go play golf? And he's like, yeah, I can't figure it out. Good luck.
His head just popped off.
Yeah. I don't know. Defies logic.
Defies logic. I believe it could happen in the sense that something is moving, something not traditionally sharp, like your forearm or your hand, not sharp, moving fast enough could cut you in half or cut your head off. I believe that, obviously.
As do I. I am all over that as an explanation.
But I don't know. I guess I don't know what the condition of the body would be after that. Like, his arm has to be moving so fucking fast, right?
Or there's just so much strength behind it. He's able to just
There has to be a lot of bruising or something, I would imagine, but maybe not. Maybe it's just a clean butter cut.
Well, I don't know. So I have no objection to the method of the kill. I just have the laziness objection to the coroner's explanation. Unless we had a moment, like Skinner's literally talking to two forensics guys. Could we just have a minute where they say, yeah, I can't understand it. I mean, the most I can imagine is somebody, used a hard instrument fast enough to literally decapitate this guy. But what would that be? Is there a mechanical mixer around here somewhere I'm not seeing? It's such an easy scene to have. And
right.
If they want to keep it, they want to keep it hidden from us that it is a man with super strength doing it. They want to keep it from the characters.
They want to keep
it.
We know what it is.
Yeah. So, and there's no great reason for doing that, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It bothers me.
It's a throwaway dialogue.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got now? It's the warehouse. It's a legal medical facility for the purpose of human cloning. Skinner implies there may be an alien connection, but more than that, he's putting some pieces together. That Dr. Lev, Dr. Parenti, and Duffy Haskell were all working together, monitoring Scully's pregnancy. Doggett pushes back, saying he's under the impression Scully's baby is just fine. When Mulder arrives, breaking up the party, I'm assuming Skinner called him here, as Mulder seems to know about the murder that took place. But Skinner wants to clear the air about something, specifically who the father of Scully's baby is. Mulder plays coy. Skinner just wants answers. Mulder doesn't have them, noting he doesn't know how Scully, who was barren, is now in a position to be giving birth. Skinner goes to call Scully, but Mulder takes the phone to do it because he's probably the father. We're going to cut Scully in the shower. Phone ringing. She's waiting for Lizzie to answer it, but the phone continues to ring. Emerging from the shower in a robe, she connects with Mulder. Mulder wants her to come in to talk with Skinner as he's got some information about someone possibly interfering with Scully's pregnancy. Scully's distracted. She's hearing something in the other room, and when Mulder drops this bombshell, she hangs up on him. Good for you, Scully. Good for you. It's only taken you 8 seasons to get to this point. The script has done it for Mulder many times. I only missed the point where we have Mulder going, Scully? Scully?
Wait, what?
Scully, are you
don't hang up on me. I hang up on you.
Exactly. But alas. So she goes to investigate. She finds Lizzie in the bathroom doing another pill swap. And Scully demands to know who Lizzie is, but all Lizzie can do is stare back in stunned silence. So you're telling me I don't know what the passage of time is. She's clearly been there a while if she needs to replace the pills again. Mm-hmm. Discuss? The giant pills.
Yeah. I mean, I would only imagine it's a few days, but I don't know that.
Yeah. Well, caught you red-handed, Lizzie. That's no good.
They're just not very good criminals in this show. Duffy Haskell, he wasn't a very good criminal either. And he got himself killed for his trouble.
Certainly no good tradecraft if Billy Miles could find him without much fuss.
Right. Come on.
Yeah, I buy that Lizzie's a bit sloppy. She's about to know she's a scientist, but... Well, we're going to cut back to Memorial Hospital at Washington Memorial at sunset. Scully's putting her clothes back on after an examination. Dr. Speak, a.k.a. Tasha Yar from
Tasha Yar,
enters with a smile to reassure Scully that her baby is just fine. The pills were just vitamin supplements. Mulder and Margaret are there with Margaret eavesdropping, proving that no good deed goes unpunished. The two share a moment. I'll never let anyone hurt you. You keep everything so bottled up, yada yada. Skinner arrives, meeting up with Mulder. Mulder recaps that Scully's fine, false alarm, but Skinner recounts that Doggett's been talking with Lizzie, and Mulder should hear what she has to say. And with a final reluctant glance to Scully, Mulder heads off with Skinner. So, what is the business with the pills?
I don't. There's so many angles that they're coming at this plot line that, I'll be honest, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate, and we don't have to get into it too much if we don't want to, but the ultimate goal from anyone, it seems like, is to kill Scully's baby. So
it would seem. And yet now, the bait and switch is intense because it is not about killing Scully's baby. We just seen that Parenti and Lev and Lizzie Gill and Haskell are now all a gang which are devoted to making sure she's super healthy. Vitamin pills. I mean,
but I don't believe that.
I mean, unless Dr. Speak is in on it, which I wouldn't put past, this
Probably
episode to
not.
do.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're Duffy Haskell, like, I agree with putting somebody on the inside to monitor Scully, but to give her these pills feels like a risk not worth taking.
Right. And he was guilty of something in Permanum. He set up the FBI to investigate, to flush out Kat, I think, his girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
Or someone. I don't remember. No. His girlfriend/wife was killed. That's his story. And the whole point, supposedly, of that episode was to flush out this other woman who randomly went to Scully for protection.
Yes. Yeah.
Duffy wasn't a good guy in that episode.
Now he is.
So now he's supposedly a good guy. I don't buy it.
Yeah, it's pretty weak. It's a bait and switch for the purpose of being a bait and switch, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, well, there it is.
Thank you.
We're going to cut to Skinner's office like the end of season 5, heavy on the top lighting over the conference table, as our men gang up on Lizzie Gill.
I knew people would kill for what I know, but not like this.
Not gonna let that happen. Just what you told me and Agent Crane.
For the past 10 years, I've been working as a research scientist trying to produce human clones. Long before the media circus with sheep and cows. The work was painstaking, largely unsuccessful. But there was a lot of interest and a lot of money.
Money from who?
Orders came from government men. They're all dead now.
But the work continued.
We were surprisingly successful with a clone from a human egg and alien DNA. DNA that the government had since 1947.
What do you mean by success?
Alien babies. Birthed by human mothers desperate to conceive. They didn't live more than a couple of days, but tissue and stem cells is what we were after for other experiments.
What other experiments?
I don't know anything about that, but I know it was something good.
What did you do to Scully?
We were trying to protect her.
What did you do to her?
No, you don't understand.
Tell me what's wrong with her. Tell me what's wrong with her baby.
Listen to her. What's she saying?
There's nothing wrong with her. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The child she is carrying is very special. One could only hope to create that in a lab. A perfect human child, but with no human frailties.
It's that time, everyone. The Magus Media Production sales pitch. Please check out our homepage at magusmediaproductions.net so you can stay up to date on all of our shows. Check out our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Magus Media Productions, both of which have our Discord link on it, where you can join us for live shows as we record them for future release. At Magus Media Prods on X. Our Patreon, patreon.com/magusmedia, where a $5 donation will help us keep the lights on and bringing you new content, and you get some stickers. Thank you for your consideration and support.
Mulder stares at her a moment before leaving the room. Doggett slow chases after him, but lets him go after Agent Crane joins him in the hallway, revealing that Billy Miles has called in offering to give himself up. Seeing Mulder leave in the elevator, Doggett decides the Billy Miles angle is more important and goes with Crane to get him. All right, that was a whole lot of exposition that we got from Lizzie Gill. What did you think of that? Alien babies, eh?
Alien babies, I'm fine with that. Government program. I mean, we've known that's been a thing for a while now, but it does seemingly come out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. It rears its ugly head.
Well, it's hard for me to jump on this bandwagon because the show has been about the Syndicate and what they were doing and making sure that they saved their asses by buying time with the aliens to create alien human hybrids, whatever.
Yep.
Women giving birth to alien children has never been a thing until this point. So,
what about Cassandra? Cassandra Spender.
She gave birth to an alien child?
Well, oh wait, no, she was an alien human hybrid.
She was the first hybrid. She was successful.
Right.
This feels like it was in play, and as she has stated, essentially, it's been in play for decades. I don't like it because all it does is confuse the plot originally.
Well, not to mention, it speaks to this giant story element that they conveniently leave in the ditch and move on. You know, it's like she drops the bomb, but all we come to is that no, she's got the Christ child in her. You know, she's got the most amazing baby of all. That's what you take away from this.
Right.
Forget about everything I just said. You know, what you need to be aware of is that she's fine and she's got a perfect baby in her. That's the big secret.
Don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either.
Yep. It's just paving the way for the Christ child crap that's about to come in season 9. So,
well, and clearly Agent Crane didn't get the memo that he's got to take out Lizzie Gill before she spills her guts because he's in the room with her.
Yep.
And he turns out to be an alien son of a bitch later. So,
well.
He's not ready to be an alien yet. Well, we're going to cut back to Scully, settling in on the couch with a magazine. When there's a knock at the door, it's Mulder. He wants to run. He thinks they're in danger. And she rightfully demands answers. She can't take this living like this as the object of some unending X-file. And rather than explain what he knows, he comes back with his continued reassurance that he is going to protect her. He's going to protect her baby, but he can't do that here. And we have more than a few meaningful looks between them as she goes to pack. All right, you know, that's the scene.
It's a scene. It works.
Meanwhile, Doggett, Crane, and some FBI tactical guys bust into Parenti's office to apprehend Billy Miles. They fan out searching the office, but he's nowhere to be found. Doggett calls Mulder to reveal that Billy Miles called to turn himself in, as Doggett would say, but he's not here. Just as they realize something's wrong, the lights go out at Scully's apartment.
Oh my God.
They're going to bail without her suitcase. Just as they turn the corner, having left Scully's apartment, Billy Miles arrives, heading inside. And they trot to their car, getting inside to drive off into the sunset. But the car's wedged in between two cars. And Mike, as an aside, I'm not sure if this is some deep-seated Chris Carter commentary about shitty parking jobs. But it's an interesting plot point. I am fairly certain you could probably push one of those cars out of the way to get enough room to get out. What did you think of that scene?
I'll take it because you know what? There are so many shitty drivers and shitty parkers where I live that I buy this. So in the escape for your life moment, you are hindered by two assholes who can't parallel park properly. So
it's such an outside thing. I hope that Billy Miles was the one who blocked him in. You know, he's like, he knew what their car was. And he like does the shitty parking job behind so that they can't get out.
Cue the Austin Powers hallway scene.
Yeah, 360-point turn. All right. Well, Mulder's too nice of a driver just to barrel over the car, and they can only look out helplessly as Billy Miles rounds the corner to get them. Just as it looks like they're done for, headlights approach on Billy's left, and a car plows into him. Car backs up, the tinted window retracts to show us Alex Krycek, to the amazement of Mulder and Scully. He barks at them to get in, and indeed they need to do so quickly, as Billy Miles is already getting back up impossibly. They quickly jump into Krycek's car, which peels away as Billy looks on, and we fade to commercial. All right, so we got Krychek back. How do you feel about that? You must be in love with that.
I mean, always good to see Krychek. I appreciate his saving the day for the moment.
Yeah.
Our agent's just as confused as we are, but
yeah, we
like it.
I mean, again, everybody has done the 180 on kill Scully's baby to now save Scully's baby. Yeah, well, I'll have lots of questions about Alex Krychek. I'll have them more in existence, more than I have them here. I mean, so far, he's just like the foil. It's the Deus Ex Machina. There's a few of those, and this is going to be ours for this episode. But, I mean, anything else strike you, or shall I just roll on here?
As he has been since season 6/7, he's been a question mark. We don't know what the fuck he's doing. So, as happy as I am to see Nicholas Lee Krychek, I also go, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Here we go.
Yep. Well, back from commercials, Scully looks overwhelmed as we have the big recap. All our major players are here for a meeting of the minds. Mulder, Skinner, and Doggett grill Krychek.
What Agent Scully's up against? You realize you're all listening to someone who tried to kill me. He left Choo-Choo dead.
Tell us about Billy Miles.
There are others just like him. You can call them what you want. They're human replacements, alien replicants. They're virtually unstoppable.
What do they want?
They want to knock out any and all attempts by us to survive the final days. When they come back to retake the planet.
So what, they're wandering around among us? Looking for trouble? Some kind of alien lawman?
You saw what they did to those doctors. They're fearless. And they answer to no one. Except their own biological imperative. To survive.
What about Scully? What do they want with her?
They want my baby. Why?
They didn't even know about it. I don't know exactly how they could have found out just how important it is. How special.
My baby is normal.
Your baby was a miracle. Born of a barren mother's barren womb.
Are you saying that they're afraid of it?
They're afraid of its implications. That it could somehow be greater than them. Something more human than human.
I don't believe it.
You wanted to destroy her child. I wanted to destroy the truth before they learn the truth.
That there's a God. A higher power.
I don't believe this crap. I don't believe you're all standing around here listening to it either when you know this man's a liar. Worse than that.
You believe what you want. But I don't think you can take the chance that I'm wrong.
Krychek levels a few threats, that there isn't a hospital that's safe enough. Mulder suggests that if they're going to protect Scully, they're going to need some help. Okay, that was a lot. I got my issues with that whole segment, specifically Mulder deciding to go biblical.
Yeah. Don't get it. Oh.
I also don't really like Krychek saying, you know, they're afraid of its implications, that it could somehow be greater than them. I mean,
I'm fine with that aspect only because, well,
no, I'm not even fine with that. I mean, it doesn't.
Okay, here, and I get into it again in the next episode, I'm sure. But I'm fine with certain aspects of this story that Krychek is weaving. I am not fine with other parts of it. So, yes, Mulder going God mode is very strange. Very strange, off the wall, that he would be so accepting of that. Just because he said it. He's Donald Trump in this moment. He said it. It's true. Even though it goes against everything he's believed up until this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay with the idea that the program that we have come to know of people being alien-human hybrids, that's part of the Syndicate's plan, but it is something that we had to make them already alive. I'm okay with Scully giving birth to something that is already that. That's intriguing to me. That is something, okay, that's another level of what we already know. Yeah. The other aspects of this were Krychek knew all along, and he was trying to protect them from, or save them from learning the truth to save humanity or something. Seems a little far-fetched for me. And then it goes deeper than that by the next episode. So
I don't understand why it can't be like they made the kid into the Christ child. Like, it is just so important that this baby be born, and they don't give a great reason why.
Yeah.
The obvious throw is to go back to Gibson Praise. Essentially say, Scully, you're going to give birth to a new Gibson Praise. He's going to be able to have telepathy and detect who the aliens are, and that is a weapon that they don't want to have. Right. That's an easy one. That's an easy answer as to why you got to get rid of the baby, right? She's the one who's going to deliver the final successful experiment, and is going to make, the weapon that is going to bring them down. So she's got to go. That I would buy. But Krychek, these explanations are not great. I get that he is maybe weaving a story to sort of string them along, because he's clearly working with the bad guys. How else does he get this information that he is proffering them? Right. And I'm surprised they don't pick up on that. It's like, how do you know any of this, right? Other than you're Krychek and you've got your finger in many pies. So there's a lot of stuff missing here. And the leap to they're afraid of it because of its implications, not good. I think that's not right.
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those situations, does Mulder give Krychek ammunition by saying that there's a god?
He doesn't even have time, because Doggett immediately cuts it off. Thank goodness, saying, I don't believe any of this crap.
This is fucking bullshit. You guys.
Doggett's the most believable character in the room. Skinner's just sitting there.
You realize this guy's a liar.
I'm glad Skinner's the one who says, you're the one who wanted to destroy your child. What are you doing here, right?
Right.
That's a nice callback to an obvious plot element. Now, you had a plan, and it is not what you need now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I don't think we're going to make any sense out of that, but it happened. You ready to move on?
Yeah, let's get past this part, because we could dissect Krychek all day.
Oh, yes. We'll do a lot more of that in the next episode.
Yeah.
We're going to cut to Monica Reyes in a cab on her way to the FBI. She's talking with Doggett on a cell phone. Meanwhile, Mulder, Doggett, and Skinner take Scully to the elevator, leaving Krychek behind. They just plain don't trust him. And I gotta say, this part of the episode kind of makes up for the crap we've just endured.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the best part of the episode, this cat and mouse sequence. So if you've been suffering up to this point, trying to figure it out, like I was, the next part kind of makes it worth having to sit through. Monica arrives in the parking garage, connecting with Doggett. In the distance, they see Billy Miles walking purposefully towards them. Mulder, Skinner, and Scully head back up in the elevator, Billy taking the stairs. The elevator returns to the top floor where Krychek remains, chuffed that they came back for him. Skinner reveals that he is in the building. For some crazy reason, Mulder elects to leave Scully in Krychek's care. I do not understand this move. I do not understand this move.
A little bit of... look, we've been on the outs for a long time. I kind of trust you and don't trust you, but I'm going to take a chance that you're cool right now. So I'm going to leave the person we're trying to defend in your care.
There is no universe I believe in where this happens. The obvious script direction is that Skinner takes Scully and Krychek and Mulder go up onto the roof, where Krychek can be used as bait for the decapitator.
But they've known him for 6 years. They've known him for 6 years. 7 if you count Genderbender, where he was under assumed name that he gave himself because he was too embarrassed he made out with a dude.
Yeah, an alternate reality.
Yes.
Krychek right there.
He's so comfortable, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
of course they're going to leave Scully in his care.
The minute that happened,
What?
Yeah. I was like, I know it's a great scene. I love the energy you're going, but what? Why? He's literally had a plan to kill Scully's baby, and you're handing Scully. Why doesn't she go, no. I'll stay with you guys.
Oh, boy.
That's
fun, though. Let's just go past it.
I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen. All right, so Skinner and Mulder head to the roof in the elevator, which Billy sees. He sees the elevator is going up to the roof. It's a nice little bit. So he heads back into the stairs to follow, but crafty Krychek sees him go, so he and Scully zig when he zags, and the two of them head downstairs. It's a cat and mouse game as Billy hits the roof, while Krychek connects Scully with Doggett and Reyes downstairs, sending the two women off in a Chrysler. Meanwhile, on the roof, it's time for our showdown with Billy Miles, who shadows Skinner. Billy strides purposefully towards Skinner, and it looks like it's the end for the assistant director. Skinner looks over the edge for what? A possible escape? He sees a garbage truck pull up to the parking garage entrance, which cuts off Reyes and Scully. Suddenly, Agent Crane is there, telling them to halt. In a carefully orchestrated sequence, I love it when a plan comes together, Billy is perilously close to Skinner, his decapitator arm raised, when Mulder charges him from behind, pushing him off the edge of the building, falling down spectacularly multiple stories to land in the back of the garbage truck. The fall, of course, is not enough to kill him, but perhaps the crushing action of the garbage truck is, as we see Billy's face looking upwards from the back of the truck. Agent Crane signals for Reyes and Scully to drive off, which they do, but an ominous camera angle shows us the telltale bumps on the back of Agent Crane's neck. To be continued. Woo, now that was a scene.
That's a good scene. I really enjoy this shit. And
yes.
As much bullshit is flying around in this episode, and as many conspiracy theories and half-assed theories that Chris Carter's putting forth here. This is good. Very entertaining. Very fun to watch everyone working together, whether or not Crane has turned out to be a bad guy or Krychek can be trusted. They're all working in unison for one apparent goal, and that's to get Scully to safety. And I like it. I really do. The X-Files is great at giving me something really fun to latch onto to better an episode that I may be kind of sour on.
Oh, they have done that countless times. And yes, this is definitely a case of it. I as I said, this sequence, with the possible exception of the handoff to Alex Krychek, I still have a red card on that one. But the sequence, I do like the idea that they, everything looks bad, and then you realize they have a plan, and they're going to spring it on Billy Miles, who didn't see it coming. And it's not out of nowhere. I do like that, because Mulder's the one who says, if we're going to get out of here, we need some help. It does imply that they've got a plan, and it works. I too like this scene quite a lot, but
and I'm not actually upset to see Monica.
No, she has a perilously small role, so I'm okay with that too. But yeah, she's got a role. She's going to be the driver.
The driver.
Yeah. So the last thing I have to say is, why on earth does Agent Crane allow this plan to succeed?
I think about it, and there is no answer. There is no right or wrong answer. Obviously, it's Chris Carter, so everything has to be a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
My guess is he's just trying to lull them into a false sense of security for whatever reason. While Krychek
Chris Carter is, or Agent Crane is?
Crane himself.
He's like, I could finish this now, but no, I feel like I'm going to tease this out some.
If there's one thing super soldiers are known for, not just their strength, but their sick sense of humor, they go off script real quick.
They know how to use dramatic tension. They're excellent screenwriters.
They see these cameras all over the place, so they're like, let's play to it. Let's give them something to watch.
They know when to show the bumps and when not to. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. And I want to continue digging into it to figure out the answer, but I don't know that there is one. So
It's very simplistic so that it allows us to go, oh my God, we've not known who the real character is this whole time. You know, they did the same thing with Noel Rohrer. You know, it's just suddenly he's an alien bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a thing that happens. So there you go. All right, that's it. That's the episode for the recap. Mike, would you like to now give me your final thoughts?
I'll just elaborate on what I was just saying about the scene. I think the episode itself is fine, but it's not great. I would say the introduction of all the characters, obviously that gets any X-Files fan amped up, and especially the ending where they really bring it home with the intense action of just walking and avoiding people, right? It's very fun, very cool to watch them all work together and have that moment of getting Scully out of the building alive. I think that's fun, very cool, tense. As for the theories and Krychek's presence, it really hinders the show more than anything. Not the episode, it hinders the show. It's just so confusing and so full of shit. You don't know what to believe or what not to believe because it's Krychek and that is his character, but at the same time, there's too much Krychek going on. And there's been too much Krychek since season 6. So,
yeah.
I say that to say I want to see more Krychek, but I want him to be more black and white as to what he's doing. Like, there's secrets and there's look over here while I'm doing something else. That's always fun. And he can still do that, but in a less confusing way. I wish better for his character by this point.
Yeah.
He's really just someone to confuse the fuck out of you, the viewer, that they throw in there so they can like cover their tracks. It's like we don't know what to believe. We're not 100% sure where we're going with the story at this point. So here's all this other information. Look over here, get confused by this, and hopefully you still like the show after that.
So I think, and again, we're spending a lot of bandwidth on Alex Krychek, but it's okay because he's worth talking about.
Well, he's great. He's a great character, but it's a matter of what ammunition they give him.
Yeah.
And they give him a bunch of blanks. But he fires them and he talks about it with such conviction. Anything could kind of make sense, but then you don't know. In the end, you don't know what the truth is at all. So,
well, it's fine. That's very on brand for X-Files. But I think the problem is they needed to make him a villain. You know, they treat him like a villain because of the way he goes out in the next episode. You know, it's this big thing. And they lost a foil when they killed off Cancer Man and the Syndicate and ended that plot line. They kind of positioned him as the guy who was going to be taken over and or at least having his own direction. And then they never really came back to him. You know, he just sort of shows up whenever they need a convenient bad guy to do something mean.
That's the shame. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wanted more Krychek, and I still want more Krychek. It's just a matter of the direction they took him in was very, very confusing and we have no idea what his activities are since season 6. We don't know if he's a good guy, a bad guy. Obviously, he's probably a bad guy. But, you know, they could have given him that role. Like, he's usurped CSM somehow. He killed him, quote unquote, whatever you want to believe, at the end of season 7. What is Krychek going to do with all the knowledge he has from his time with the Syndicate? I think that would have been a cool avenue.
Absolutely would have been. You know, he can reveal more secrets. He can be Skinner season 3. Where you're not sure whether he's on your side or not. You know, he can walk he can be Mr. X, you know, where he's got his own agenda and he drops stuff on you when he needs something from you. But they decided not to go with that. Then maybe they just couldn't get enough Nicholas Lee. You know, maybe he just wasn't available to be on their show. You know, they got him occasionally and they used him when he could, but I think it's a real oversight because this, where he comes out of nowhere to save them, like, to consider how his character develops in the next episode, I feel like his best play is to just watch Billy Miles come up and decapitate them both. You know, it's like, why did you save them?
I think the biggest failing of season 8, and especially, well, not season 8, but the season 8 and 9 mythology. And we don't have to go into 9, but what I'll say right now is the biggest failing is they're trying to be the X-Files, which is fine. It's the same show.
It is their show.
But they're doing it so much that it's like the characters are in on the plot and they know it's a TV show. They're trying so hard to make something intriguing or confusing, or they're going to try to lead you one direction, but really you're going this direction. If you sit back with the episode for too long, this one and the next one, you are left with questions like, why the hell did Crane do that at the end? And why is Krychek helping them at all? Why can't they just kill them and be done with it? It's just a weird dynamic here. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't have a lot to say for final thoughts. Obviously, there's a lot to love in the episode. That last chase sequence is the standout, but I don't know. In good episodes, the whole thing's gotta hang together like a good set of pants. And this one's a bit droopy in the butt. Every character's there. All the good ones are there, except for the lone gunman.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I love the philosophical implications Chris Carter's trying to present. It's hard to avoid perceiving Scully's kid as the Christ child, given the way he's putting so much emphasis on it.
Yeah.
Again, we've gone up and down Krychek's involvement, so I won't go there again. This is prime Chris Carter. This is all him, baby. And for me, I will just say that I feel like this episode is a kind 3.
Ooh, out of 5? No, out of 10.
All right. I think that is the app. So, Mike, unless there's anything else you wanted to discuss about this particular episode,
I'll just leave you with always check your back. There's someone that could be sneaking up on you with a killer swipe, a killer forearm that will just take your head off. So be careful out there. And watch out for those garbage trucks. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you liked what you heard, please rate and review on your podcast app of choice. Andrew and I would be eternally grateful to you fine people for helping us expand and get the word out. Also, we've got a killer group on Facebook. Feel free to join in on the discussion at facebook.com/groups/thisisnothappeningpod and become an official member of the syndicate. We do polls and we have questions for every episode to give you guys the opportunity to chime in and possibly let your voice be heard on our recordings. And please join us on our new Twitter at tinhxfilepod, no dash, to stay up to date on everything, moment to moment. Thank you, and remember, don't stop swimming.